Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter to make a grand gesture. Deuce takes Daphne to the field. Carter make a grand gesture to Hope. The susurrus was devastated and felt so empty when he was separated from Hope. Now that the couple has reunited, Carter will probably want to seal the deal. Still, he might make a giant step toward making that be, if Carter really believes that Hope is his future. I wonder if Hope will reject Carter's offer as she did Thomas, however. Meanwhile, Daphne can't believe that Carter has actually chosen Hope yet again. The nose poured out her heart to Carter and told him she's falling in love with him. Carter replied by saying he set up love again. Of course, Daphne assumed he was talking about her. When Carter explained that Hope is the woman he wants to spend his future with, Daphne was devastated. So, anticipate Daphne to leave Los Angeles. Or make an attempt to leave, anyway. Fiend just happens to be Daphne's lift to the field. Maybe the airman will move Daphne to turn around and fight for the man she wants. Finn makes a request of Liam. Finn will have a special request to make of Liam. We're not sure what this could be as Liam is the one dying. Perhaps Finn will encourage Liam to tell the rest of his favored bones that he's dying. It's not really fair to Steffi that she has to lie to everyone and make up cover stories. As for what differently to anticipate, Liam will continue floundering over the parlous procedure. While it could give him further time on Earth, he could be bedridden and have organ failure. Liam formerly has limited time and wants to spend it outside of the sanitarium. So, this is a delicate decision for him to make. Daphne says farewell to Carter. Hope supports Brooke. Ridge just can't stop featuring about his ex-wife. Hope, who listens to Brooke yap about her fortune for the zillionth time. Yes, we all know you love and miss him, Brooke. Hope suddenly says life is too short, which has the mama questioning her son. Hope covers and doesn't mention anything about Liam. Brooke has Hope's support in trying to get Ridge back. Also, Hope is suitable to tell her mama that she got back together with Carter. Over at Forrester Creations, Ridge is still with Taylor. Indeed, though Ridge is with Taylor, he's thinking about Brooke. Taylor yaps about how Bridge is part of the fashion assiduity, she understands and accepts, etc., etc. While that all sounds well and okay, Taylor's relations with Brooke suggest else. Also, Ridge goes on a speech about how she showed him that life doesn't have to be complicated or messy. It can also be possible to live a life without drama. Taylor says this is going to be the stylish chapter of their lives. The nanosecond Taylor leaves, Ridge is back to daydreaming about Brooke. Also, he thinks about his history with Taylor. Over at the garret, Carter continues to tell Daphne that he got back together with Hope. The nose isn't taking it well and doesn't understand what changed. Carter promises that Hope won't hurt him again, but Daphne believes else. The nose suggests that Hope is just using Carter again. Daphne reasons that Hope really wants Liam. The nose doesn't want Carter to get hurt again, but thinks it's insolvable with Hope. She really doesn't understand how effects could have changed so presto. Sheila Carter Sharp is overjoyed to have a relationship with her granddaughter. Still, suckers know that it's only a matter of time before Luna Nozawa tries to kill again. Liam adhering onto stopgap, Steffi and Hope timber amends to each other, and Daphne rose assuring Carter. Steffi paid Hope a visit to check in on her and to bury the hatchet. Steffi apologized for her part in their fallout. They went out of their way to hurt each other, but that has to stop. They need to be there for each other, their girls, and their families. Steffi indeed extended the ultimate olive branch. Steffi invited Hope to come back to Forrester Creations. Hope was blindsided, but in the stylish way. Yes, she'd love to come back. Steffi did remind her that not all was forgiven and she wasn't about to promise to give her back Hope for the future, but she'd at least be back in the office. Hope understood and deeply apologized for the achievement and expressed her remorse. With that, the women hugged it out. At the same time, Finn had news for Liam. The medical platoon wanted to run indeed more tests. With that news out of the way, Liam talked about Hope being in the know and how he's trying to push her to be with Carter. He also opened up about how much he's fussing about everyone and trying to get all his ducks in order. Finn prompted him to concentrate on himself. He demanded all the strength he can get right now. Hearing Finn say that gave Liam a moment of pause. New tests? Orders to take a step back and rest? Liam had to wonder if there was stopgap, after all. Not really, sorry. Finn was reticent to make any pledges or give him any false stopgap. Liam, still, wasn't about to give up. However, he'd take any chance and move any mountain, if there was indeed a nanosecond chance he'll still be then coming time. Also, the guys sat staying for Liam's newest test results. Daphne continued to coddle Carter while trying to move him that Hope wasn't the woman for him. Imagine her surprise when he agreed. She was right, Hope wasn't the woman for him. She was the woman for Liam. He told her about eavesdropping Hope virtually throwing herself at her partner. Daphne was stupefied but not shocked. She poured them some drinks and sat down to hear him out. He felt embarrassed. And a bit betrayed. Carter expressed his desire for a woman. And a family, effects he allowed. He'd have with Hope. But, she seems to only want that with Liam. This was all music to Daphne Rose's cognizance. She plotted to keep from smiling observance to observance. Within seconds, she was launching into a speech on love and kissing him on the impertinence. Hope and Steffi agreed to make amends. They're setting their once drama and differences away for the sake of Liam, who's dying. But this conciliation is doubtful to last long, knowing these two ladies. Liam's grim prognostic has everyone seeing life else. Steffi and Hope will make amends. They'll realize how transitory time are, and they don't want to waste any further of it. There's no point in bickering over the little effects. The two will remain on good terms for the sake of their daughters. Steffi and Hope want to end the drama, which has caused their families so important pain and heartache. The drama involving Forrester Creations was the tilting point. Steffi fired Hope after she putatively caught her hitting on her hubby. But Hope was trying to put the moves on Carter. Effects got worse when Hope and Carter coupled up to steal the company down from the Forresters. Now that Steffi has the company back, she wants to move on from their complicated history. This bond is doubtful to last. Steffi and Hope were meant to be archenemies. Their relationship could change. Formerly Steffi finds out that Hope wants to reconnect with Liam. This could bring up complicated passions for Steffi, who might not realize she still has passions for Liam. She could have buried them for the sake of her marriage. They'll find themselves back triangle that burned their decades-long rift. That's what Carter wondered on Monday's occasion. He couldn't believe what he'd just heard. Hope offered Liam her heart. Carter allowed. They were a sure thing. They bandied the idea of getting back together. How could she do this to him? Daphne set up herself in the right place at the right time. She followed Carter back to his place and assured his broken heart. This played right into her hands. She could eventually move Carter that she's the bone he should be with. But does she really want him? Carter wants a woman with whom he could have a future. He confessed that he wants marriage and kiddies. Daphne is the most successful woman in Paris. She's not the type to decelerate down and fall in love. Yet, she's head over heels in love with Carter. Can she give him with everything he needs? Or will he move himself that he's meant to be with Hope? There's good news and bad news for Hope and Liam moment. The spouses set up themselves at contrary ends of the drama. Hope got a surprise visit from Steffi. The two eventually made amends for the sake of Liam. Also, in a shocking twist, Steffi offered Hope her former position at Forrester Creations. Hope was thankful and wanted to put the FC shakeup behind them. Steffi wouldn't forget what Hope did, but she was willing to move forward. Liam didn't get the news he anticipated. He showed up for his appointment at the Croker's office. Finn ran further tests to see if Liam's prognostic had changed. Unfortunately, the results are the same. Liam's life flashed before his eyes. Suddenly, he couldn't hear what Finn was saying. All he could concentrate on was his impending death. Thank you for watching this video. And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe.